If you are tired of seeing criminals get away with murder, tired of hearing excuses for the wicked, then it's time to take action. Hit that subscription button now and stay in the loop with the Jamaica Young Police channel. We are not here to sugarcoat. We are here to expose the truth, bring justice, and make sure the real heroes get the recognition they deserve. Don't wait for the change. Be the change. Subscribe, like, and let's make some noise and hold those criminals accountable. Justice in action. Speak up. Crime must fall. And remember that we have a go inside the description box and you'll see various links to various things for the Jamaica Young Police channel. JamaicaYoungPoliceChannel.com, where you see articles and stuff like that. Those who like to read, and and we continue to give you guys exceptional material over here. So, moving on. Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers, and Patreon members. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes, or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Moving on to today's video. So, you're looking at a man who was killed by the police. His name is Othneil, Thickman, Lobban. And when he was killed, men or people aligned to the one other gang in Spanish Town, which is a GLP gang based out of Thickman. They promised to kill 10 cops after this man was buried. Now we know they weren't bluffing. It's time to send a message Jamaica will never forget. The killing of Corporal Maine is the first of the 10. When the criminals aligned to the one other gang made the chilling declaration that they would murder 10 police officers after the burial of their so-called god, the fallen Don and killer, Othneil, Thickman, Lobban, many dismiss it as idle threats, empty bravado, or a desperate attempt at relevance. But now, after the brutal and calculated execution of Corporal Maine, it is clear they were not bluffing. They were warning us, and now they have made their move. This wasn't about Corporal Maine. This was a message to every law-abiding Jamaican, every police officer, and every leader in this country. These criminals want to declare war on the Jamaican state. They want to terrorize, intimidate, and paralyze our society with fear. They want to see blood run in the streets while they wear the cloak of impunity. Well, to every one other gang member, dons, supporters, we are not afraid and we will not be deterred. Let every gunman or every gunman, every wannabe don, and every criminal sympathizers understand this. We are not running, we are rising. And we are rising with the full weight, authority, and firepower of the Jamaican state behind us. The days of criminals dictating terms to this country are over. You kill one of ours and you will be met with swift, direct, and irreversible consequences. And those who are caught in the presence of these men. Be prepared, because you'll be meeting the same fate too. There's no difference between you and them, because you harbor them. We will not wait for you to strike again. We will come for you, where you live, where you hide, and where you think you are safest. This is no longer about law enforcement protocols. This is a national defense mission. The one other gang and every splinter group aligned to this wicked ideology must now become an example to every criminal network. On this island, you kill a cop, you go straight to the departure lounge. No bail, no courtroom drama, no apology tour. To the Jamaican people, now is the time for unity. Now is the time for courage. Do not shelter them. Do not make excuses for them. Choose your side. Because this fight is between good and evil, between order and chaos. And to the brave members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, you are not alone. We stand with you. The people stand with you. The state stand with you. And for every fallen brother or sister, we will fight harder, push further, and hit back stronger. The criminals fire the first shot. Now it's our time to answer. Let's send the message they will never forget. And we want them to know that not only that we had received the message, but we are coming. And we are coming with blood in our eyes. The motive behind the murder. Why Bala Jesus and Juicy executed Corporal Maine. Now the truth is becoming clearer and more disturbing by the minute. Based on credible intelligence and field reports, we now know the real motive behind the cold-blooded assassination of Corporal Maine. This was not just another gang-related killing. This was a deliberate act of revenge, orchestrated and proudly carried out by Bala Jesus and Juicy, both known criminal operatives with long-standing ties to the one other gang. According to information received and verified by trusted sources, the hit on Corporal Maine was a retaliation for the death of one other member, Othneil, Thickman, Lobban. Yes, the notorious criminal who was killed in a lawful shootout after he brazenly challenged the security force and our brave police officers in 6 Mile. Rather than seeing Thickman's demise as a consequence of his own violent choices, the one other gang vowed to get back at the system, and who better to target than an officer they long resented for helping to chase them out of Old Harbour. Corporal Maine became the symbolic target, gunned down in cold-blooded, not for what he did wrong, but because what he did was right. Let that sink in. A law-abiding police officer who helped to drive violent men out of his community was stalked and murdered by criminals now claiming vengeance in the name of a fallen gunman who was killed while attacking the police. Was it get worse? We have also received actionable intelligence as a man known as Shamar, who resides on Chambers Lane in Spanish Town, is now harboring the killers and providing aid and comfort to help them evade justice. This is not just sheltering fugitives, this is aid in terrorism against the state, and it must be treated as such. Shamar is now complicit in this heinous act as the men who pulled the trigger. Furthermore, because of the entire country is on alert and the streets are talking, we have learned that both Juicy and Bala Jesus have now fled from Chambers Lane to Orange Villa area, located in Kingston Central Police Division. Why there? Because even the communities of Tivoli Gardens and Denham Town, known strongholds with their own complex histories, have made it crystal clear they do not want any cop killers in their midst. Read that again. Even the garrison communities are rejecting these murderers. That speaks volumes. When even hardened communities draw a line and say, we may live by a certain codes, but we will not protect men who kill police officers, you know the situation is grave. Let this serve as a national wake-up call. Cop killers are now running scared, like roaches scattering from light, trying to find the last crack in society to hide in. And yet, no matter where they go, Spanish Town, Kingston Central, or anywhere in Jamaica, they cannot run forever, because justice is not a rumor, it is a force, and it is coming. We are urging the communities of Orangeville, Kingston Central, and Chambers Lane, do not harbor these men. Do not feed them. Do not lie for them. Do not die for them. The blood of Corporal Maine is crying out, and the only acceptable response is swift, decisive justice. These men must be flushed out, captured, and neutralized, and sent directly to the departure lounge. No court games, no long trials, no safe passage. To every officer, to every decent Jamaican, the war is real, but so is our resolve. Justice for Corporal Maine. Justice for every officer who stood in the gap between order and chaos. And may every man who lift a hand against the law feel the full weight of what it means to be an enemy of the state. So on into Shamar, Poochie, and all who shelter cop killers, you are now on the radar. To Poochie in Orangeville and any other self-styled community leaders who will believe they can offer sanctuary to Juicy and Bala Jesus, you are now officially warned. You are not protecting men of honor. You are harboring cold-blooded murderers who ambushed and executed a decorated police officer, Corporal Maine, in the dead of night like cowards. These men have declared war on the state, and by sheltering them, you are choosing to be accomplices. This is no time for sentiment or silence. If you know where these killers are and you say nothing, you are complicit. If you feed them, shelter them, or even lie to the police about their whereabouts, you are aiding and abetting fugitives, and that makes you a direct threat to national security. Let this be made crystal clear. We are not negotiating. We are not pleading. This is not a game. We want the exact location of these men. The Google location. Juicy and Bala Jesus. So they be taken for immediate departure. No delay, no rescheduling. The same treatment that was meted out to Corporal Maine must be meted out to them. This is not revenge. That is justice. There will be no safe house, no safe zone, no safe parish for these murderers. They will either surrender or they will be removed permanently. And to Poochie, understand this. If you interfere with the process of justice, you are no longer a community elder. You are an enemy of the state. Yes. The law does not recognize dance. The law recognizes right and wrong. And what you are doing is wrong, dangerous, and treasonous. So we are calling on every patriotic Jamaican, especially those in and around Orangeville, Kingston Central, police here to do what's right. Call Crime Stop. Reach out to the police, send an anonymous tip and over the location, the GPS location. This isn't about a fallen officer. This is about protecting the future of Jamaica. Because if cop killers can live freely amongst us, while the so-called leaders shield them, then we are declaring open season on law and order and every citizen in this country. We know that on April 29, 2025, the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization along with Jamaican for Justice has declared war on the police because they are demonstrated in support of criminals. So it's open season for police officers by these groups. So let the word go forth. If you shelter these men, you will be visited by the same fire they brought upon Corporal Maine. This fight will depart on time, one way, no return. So we just can't wait to see these men in the departure lounge where they truly began. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.